to the mirror, flexing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
First down. One-handed. What a grab. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
First down. Here it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch left. Tight. Watch left. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Game here with a running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll run it here. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
so many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hurry up, here we go.
First and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Gun! Three down. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
Get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
I know you felt that one.
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing on the first down. Murray dumps it off for Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Murray. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down in the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On the handoff, it's Geis. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got 4.
To throw on second down. Murray. This one held in by Will Time. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Tight, guys, double tight. Hey. We got 3.
One fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Nice for the carry on second down. He's going to be taken down
celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff games. I know the fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. The mindset, position, where we're going to go, and then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Couldn't get his legs into the throw, became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The first update from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And here come the Redskins now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, what was interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff, but they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. Let's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray, a deep ball for Dotson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. Throw to the receivers. He can come down with anyone.
Finding some room in midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That's good for 19 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
No, check, Patriot!
2nd and 2. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll run it down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
Inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. Detroit! Detroit! Three down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
No. Check, Patriot! Over! Now let's go!
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Run! Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Right. He's shot right here. He's shot on the right.
Switch it up here and look to throw. At the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Second and goal from the 1.
Turn right.
Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend,
chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Right over there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Everyone's got four down.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, now let's go. Green 39.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And it is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
They're definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. The Scout troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielding just inside the 30. Called out a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in the contract.
Gone!
Let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them in the contract, but you could have kicked that one. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
They can't hang with us. Hit! 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
They'll look to throw here. Rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they caught that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down. Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And down he'll go at the 25.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Tressway now. He'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Four down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 54. Hold on. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watch 14. Too little.
Look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun! Detroit! Hold on!
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawk. working. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's studying and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film. It is working. Murray now off the guys on the screen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating for the guy. Murray. Man open right side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Gun! 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 Four down! Four down!
On 1st and 10, Murray. Ball incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse is
All right, now,
true
look
in
at
this game.
56.
I think
Look
you're right.
at
They
56.
seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Throwing again. Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Off play action. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side. Really. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
We got 4 down. 4 down. Strong right. Strong right.
Throwing out first down. Murray. Throwing outside, complete. It's Morgan. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his full. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case,
We got
are
3.
they
Now
upset
let's
that the
go.
plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think there were better plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Single. Got a single on the slot. Single on the slot.
Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 55 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nice. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes him from the 10 down to the 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Strong right. Check.
From the gun, Murray. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Detroit!
Waiting for the gun. Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by about 10 minutes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play.
Gun!
It looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys are going to have pride on too.
They're excited about where they are in this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen.
No. Check.
That makes that play a really nice timing play. Here we go now.
3-19.
Handoff wasn't right. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90. Show it.
From the shotgun, he'll look and throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hawkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He's checking crack. Hey, check.
Carry for their fullback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Tight down. Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
He will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
As the punt team now as this one sent away. Crowder now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They start on the ground with Gaines. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun. Going up top. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allow the defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe get the end of this game yourself.
Down they go with the running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. And they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either.
And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. 65, 65.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down, 3 down. Detroit! Detroit! Right there, 54 Mike. Detroit! Detroit! 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Gun! 3 buzz.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on
Watch
there.
it now, Barney!
Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Off the 20 plate, he'll move the throw. He's going for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey. 4 down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Hey, 81 right there. He's sneaky. Check that guy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there in both of these defenses. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a low-pitch game of baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists in their offense. That's how they have to treat this job. They need one big time.
And they're able to get this one across the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Detroit!
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
3 down.
To throw again with Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back
Watch it
in the
now,
line of
Barney!
scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back down to the locker room. It's 1st and 10 on on the ground. It's Geis. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to sneak out.
To throw in 2nd down. Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were
Detroit!
more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Check!
Hut!
Mike 5-4.
Hut!
On 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. That'll be caught right side by Reed.
Leopard!
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards and the sticks move again. Here's Murray. Out to the right here to Wilson. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Detroit!
Zone now. They'll look to throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Gun!
Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Alert! Alert!
Detroit! Detroit!
Dropped the throw. Defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there.
No. Check. Patriot!
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Single. Watch.
reception. He'll look to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st down, Murray. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
3 down.
Play action. Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
We got 3.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. His target is Crowder. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I got one. All day, dog. Rush in.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch left.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10. Murray. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're
Back
exactly
99
right.
Philly, here we go.
Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Now the and he's going to be met at about the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Tight right, tight right. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Check 37, check 37.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run.
Go, they run it, run.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Run, and run it. Ah, that's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gives this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. If that guy gets short in the end zone and comes up.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Philadelphia, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.